Hey folks, leave it once again. Welcome back to another review. Welcome back to another superhero review. And happy St. Patrick's Day, as he would always say, Lucky Charms. There. To me, Lucky Charms. Can't say it right, but yeah, just wear my Lucky Charms shirt. Yep. like, yeah, I'm just you the shirt. That's it. Anyway, let's sit down. Wearing green because it is St. Patrick's Day. Yeah. Either 1 year for St. Patrick's Day, I got to review Leprechaun the Leprechaun movie, the 1993 movie, that terrible movie. Maybe Lucky the Irish from Disney Channel. One day I gotta do a review on that. But anyway, guys, remember it's Levi McNally with the 983 with a mass profile picture on it. You can watch videos from other channels, but guys, stick to this channel, okay? Please. You can watch videos on the other channel, but don't watch it on this one. I only warn you of that because you will not be getting videos on that video on that channel anymore. If you want to continue to see me doing future reviews and future videos, or more videos in the future, just stick on this channel. I know I got a big zit right here on my neck. Sorry. Yeah, just try to avoid looking at it. Anyway, what I've been doing, guys, on the channel here, on my new channel here, is a superhero marathon. I've been reviewing superhero movies, live action anime, talking about some TV shows on the other channel recently. And I will here on this channel as well. And I'll explain how I do that in a future video, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. Sorry. Um, But I've been doing what I would call the 2010s era superhero reviews. These are superhero movies that came out in 2010 decades, starting with 2010, 2019, and now right now we're on the year 2017. I'm on the year, and I've only reviewed one movie so far. No, it was two movies. It was Justice League Dark and Logan, and I've already reviewed, which came out in February 2017, the Lego Batman movie. And this film came out in March. It was March 24th, and honestly, I did not care for this movie. Yeah, this is basically based on the same name as Superheroes, a TV show that came out in the 90s, 1990s, the same year I was born. Now, I didn't grow up watching Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, but I do enjoy the 1995 film a lot, and I did review that. It is on my here, my channel, so the Turbo Power Rangers movie, which I hated. And I hated this movie too. The film I thought sucked, and that was Saban's Power Rangers from 2017. This is going to be called what I call a Mighty Rant, review slash Mighty Rant, because I hated this film. I wanted to Mighty Morphin punch this movie out of existence because this film sucked. This was not Power Rangers. Yeah, this film was even considered a flop. You know, yeah, yeah. Well, it may not have been a huge box office bomb, but it did underperform at the box office. Didn't make much money on his budget, and I can see why. Because number one, it's boring, it's dark, it's too much drama in it, and making Power Rangers the way they did here, it felt you know, I didn't care for this film at all. Was not a fan of this film. And I'm not a big Power Rangers fan. She said, well, Leroy, why'd you like if you're not a, of course you want to like a Power Rangers. First of all, I do enjoy the 1995 movie, and I did watch a little bit of the 90s cartoon. Now, I didn't grow up much of Power Rangers. I've seen some of it as a kid, but from what I've seen, that was Power Rangers. This was not. This is Power Rangers in title only. This does not feel like a Power Rangers movie at all. I'll get to my reasons why. But of course, you can say this movie probably got made because at the time you had the Dark Knight trilogy that came out. I'm sorry, this is making awkward noises. But you know, of course, the 1995 film was going to be 30 years old this year, which I like that movie. Yeah, say what you will about it. It's not a masterpiece of a film, but it's more entertaining and fun to watch than this. Yeah, and I feel sorry for any huge Power Rangers fans that had to sit through this movie. Yeah. But anyway, you say it happened because again, like with Marvel going on and with superhero movies nowadays, especially Marvel, like the Avengers movies, especially making billions of dollars at the box office, they'd probably say, "Let's reboot Power Rangers. Let's make a remake. Let's do it." But anyway, for development of this film, Saban Capital Group and Lionsgate Films announced the film on May 2014, with Robert Osigo originally tasked to produce. Ashley Miller and Zach Zinti were hired to write the film's script. When there was rejected, another script was proposed by Max Landis, which was also turned down as the studio wanted a grittier tone. A grittier tone with Power Rangers. There's what you feel. Power Rangers is not that. You know, you can say Power Rangers is cheesy. It is. Power Rangers. Okay, bottom line, people. Power Rangers is for kids. It's like a giant kids toy commercial. That's what Power Rangers is. It's supposed to be cheesy and over the top. You know, grittier tone. That is a stupid idea. Orgy eventually left the project to work on Star Trek Beyond, which came out in 2016, a year before this. Yeah, I didn't care for that movie either. In April 2015, the rapper reported that Dean Israelite was in negotiations to direct the film. Israelite told ING in an interview that the film will be completely playful and it needs to be really fun and be like Project Alamac. And I've never seen that movie. Heard some good things about it. I'm kind of curious to see that movie after this. It's going to feel very grounded at the same time and very comp- commentary and have a real edge to it and a real gut to it. It's going to be a fun, joyful movie, but one feels that complete grounded in the real world with real characters going through real things. Brian Tyler was brought on to compose the film's music. Israel has the film updates itself in the original series, being more character driven and naturalism and grounded nature. The main cast off-site, I did not care for this cast. Only one cast member I cared about. As we began testing for the roles of the five Power Rangers, Naomi Scott was cast as Kimberly. Uh, Dara McCutcheon, Linda Lynn, R.J. Seiler then cast as Jason, Zach, and Billy. Becky G was chosen to play Trina. When it came to casting the Rangers, director Dean Ezra said, from the very beginning, diversity was a very important part of the whole process, and that while the characters' races were switched around here that we made sure that instance of each of those characters. I'm sorry. From the very beginning, diversity was very important. So we were making sure the instance of each of those characters are they who in the original show. This would really be an origin story of those characters. On February 2nd, 2016, it announced that Elizabeth Banks will portray Rita Repulsa, and then Bryan Cranston, voiced Twin Man and Cinder in the original series, announced he was cast as Zordon. Cranston wrote that he would perform motion capture and CGI. In December 2016, Walter Samuel Jones, the actor who played Zack in the original series, they said none of the original cast would be cameo in the film. Towards the end of the month, it was reported that Amy Jo Johnson and David J. Stephen Frank, who played Kimberly and Tomlin in the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers TV series, they made cameos in the film, despite Jones's earlier comments. Yeah. And good on Walter Sam Jones, though. Good on him. The real Black Ranger. Good on him for not wasting his time on this crap. Yeah. Filming was really set to begin in January 2016, but was scheduled to begin on February 29th in Vancouver. May 2016, filming was complete. Additional filming occurred in October 2016. The cast member claims that the film has broken the record for the longest wire jump, but this has not been independently confirmed. The film was released in Dolby Vision and Dolby Atmos sound. Yeah. The official soundtrack was music by Brian Tyler. The film has about 28 tracks. It got mixed reviews from critics. One critic gave a negative review saying Power Rangers is one of the most sad times of any big budget studio film I've ever seen. It's during a time it goes back and forth between gritty and silly. Yeah. The film was nominated for 6 categories awards, but I don't think it really won anything. But for the cast, you have Darcy Montgomery as Jason Scott, the Red Ranger, who I did not care for this actor. No, he's an Australian actor, yay. For the God, he looks like Andrew Garfield to me, like Andrew Garfield's long lost brother. Yeah. As Jason Scott, he's the Red Ranger leader of the team. He was the star quarterback until a failed prank led to a run-in with the law, followed by his removal from the football team. Now, first, Jason Scott is played by Austin St. John in the original, who, again, I like Austin St. John. Well, for one, he's not a douchebag. You know. R.G. Seiler as Burley Cranston. He's my favorite character in the movie. He's the Blue Ranger. He's an autistic loner and a target of frequent harassment by a fellow student who's called Wallace, who's a bully. R.J.C. Waller, I thought he did a really good job. You know, good actor. Billy Cranston was played by David Yost. Yeah, this was Billy in the original. Yeah. Naomi Scott is Kimberly Hart, the Pink Ranger, a cheerleader injured grew up until being dropped from his wife for cyberbullying. She spread a private message, imaginary friend around school. Bitch. Sorry, she is her. Yeah. And Naomi Scott, I don't care about this actress, so yeah, she's an English actress. Oh, great. Good. Sorry, she's not attractive. And no, she is not Jasmine from Aladdin. No. My only Jasmine is Linda Larkin. But Kimberly Hart, the only Kimberly Hart to me that has my heart and a beautiful woman, that is Amy Jo Johnson. Yeah, the real Pink Ranger, the best Pink Ranger. And Becky G as Trani Kwan, the Yellow Ranger. Again, the actress who played her, you know, Thag Rang, she died sadly in 2001, but she was the Yellow Ranger. A lot better than this actress, in my opinion. Luna as Zach Taylor, the Black Ranger, and second in command of the team. Zach's mother has been ill for some time. His greatest fear is returning home one day to find her dead. Luna don't really care for this actor. I guess he's done some work in the Mortal Kombat movies. Don't really care. Worked in Aquaman. But Zach Taylor was played by, in the original, he's played by Walter Emil Jones. And this was him. This was Zach Taylor in the original. Still the best Black Ranger. Yeah, he's a black guy, but still, who cares? He did a great job in my opinion. To me, those guys are the real Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, not these. And for the Alex, Bo Ader is the voice of Alpha 5. Bo Ader, he does fine. Yeah. I can't think of any movies I've seen him in. Forgetting Sarah Marshall too bad. He's probably known for doing some harsh rated R comedies. He's done voice like for the Angry Birds movie and Toy Story 4, the Angry Birds movie 2. Bryan Cranston as Orlin, the Power Rangers mentor and former Red Ranger. Orlin lived millions of years ago before his consciousness became a part of the morphing grid at the time of his death. Zordon, who is in the original series, I know, but I still say that TV show had better effects on this, in my opinion. He's the one that gave the Rangers their powers and stuff. Yeah, for the villains, you have Elizabeth Banks as Riri Repulsa. Yeah, and I like the actress better. She gets that duster, and she was a lot more entertaining to watch. Yeah. And is the villain in the first season of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, I believe. Elizabeth Banks, now she was a superhero. She was in the Spider-Man films as Betty Brant. Yeah, yeah. I know she's been like in the 40-year version. I remember her in that with Steve Carell. Role models. A Man on the Ledge. With the Spectrum expecting. I know she. I think she also directed. She also I think directed Charlie's Angels movie from 2019. I mean, awful film. Then her being sexist and saying, like Elizabeth Banks, but I don't like how she did that movie, and then saying, "Oh, it fell because of men." I'm like, no, it fell because nobody wanted to see it, and you have shitty actresses playing the characters. So yeah. Fred Tursky as the voice of Goldar, a gigantic winged monster made of gold. Supporting is David Denon as Sam Scott, Jason's father. Killing Grave as Beverly Scott, Jason's mother. Angelique J as Maddie Card. Barbara Mully, Patrick Sweeney, just playing the characters' parents and stuff, and teachers and stuff. Wesley, one guy who plays a bully. Jason Dibb, Frank, Amy Jo Johnson. They do make they do make appearances as an Angel Grove citizen. Yeah, which I'll get to. They wanted to make 5 or 6 movies. That didn't happen. Yeah. But mainly, I want to say who directed the film was Dean Israelite. Yeah. He directed Project Alamac, and I heard good things about that film. Part of the reason he didn't get a career after this is making this movie. Screenplays by John Gaddis. Um, Honestly, I'm sad to say, Ready to Rumble. I wasn't too big a fan of that movie, but that's just me. That was with David Arquette. Wasn't much into that movie, but that was okay. I like Summer Catch though. I really enjoy Summer Catch with Freddie Prince Jr. and Jessica Biel. And Matthew Lillard was in that film. So was the late Brittany Murphy, and I've always loved that movie. Good film, underrated. Hardball with Keanu Reeves. I enjoy that movie. Coach Carter. That was a good movie. Dreamer. Starring Kurt Russell. By the way, today's Kurt Russell's like 64th birthday, so happy birthday, Kurt Russell. Kurt Russell. I'm sure Dreamer was a better Real Steel. Say what you will, but I like Real Steel. And he wrote Palm Skull Island and Little Thing. And those scripted revisions was Timeline, Varsity Blues, Behind Enemy Lines. And I think he also worked on some movies that were directed by Leprechaun 3, which honestly I don't care about those Leprechaun movies. That's just me though. Big Fat Liar, or he cameoed in. The Shaggy Dog, which Meet Dave, he worked on that. One of Eddie Murphy's his collaborator as an actor, he's been in, think, yeah, Meet Dave, that's an Eddie Murphy film. I hate that movie. Meet Dave, I thought sucks. That's just my opinion. Cinematography by Matthew J. Lloyd, edited by Martin Berlin and Dottie Dorn. He's worked on films like Memento, which is a Christopher Nolan film, Insomnia, another Christopher Nolan movie, Power Rangers, Zack Snyder's Justice League, Brian Tyler, I think he did music score for Rambo 4, Eagle the Expendables films, Iron Man 3, and the Super Mario Brothers movie. I really love his score to Rambo 4, John Rambo, whatever you want to call it, from 2008. Production companies Lionsgate Films, Temple Hill Entertainment, distributor of Lionsgate Films. It was released March 24, 2017 here in the U.S. It's 124 minutes long, about 2 hours and 4 minutes. The budget was 100 to maybe 100 to 105 million dollars. Box office made 142.5 million dollars, so it wasn't a complete box office flop, but it still underperformed. It didn't make enough money. Came out in 2017. We didn't get no sequel. This film was intended to launch a film series with multiple sequels, but all plans were canceled due to commercial failure, leading Zabon rights to Hasbro. Alright, for the story of this movie, if I can get to it, my phone's been acting a little weird, so please be patient with me. Yeah. Well, okay, well, the film did have commercials, of course. Yeah, they did have toys out for the movie. Saban had toys out for the film. Of course, being Power Rangers, you figured they had to sell toys and stuff for the film. And I do remember the trailers and stuff for the film coming out. Yeah. I think the reason they wanted to go with the dark gritty tone, because like I said, the Dark Knight. And even though I enjoy Man of Steel, I like Man of Steel, but that's just me. And the Amazing Spider-Man, the first one. But this is one of the times where I will say gritty tone just doesn't work all the time. Now for me, with Superman, Man of Steel, I like that because it was different, and I like that movie. The Amazing Spider-Man was different. I thought it had an interesting story. I like Andrew Garfield, and in terms of chemistry, I like Andrew and Spidey, and I don't mind the suit to be honest. And that film did not feel that long as this. That film had a more interesting story than this. The problem is doing this with Power Rangers, trying to give Power Rangers a grittier tone doesn't work. Yeah, Man of Steel did have a bit of a grittier tone to it, but I still got entertainment out of it. Amazing Spider-Man had a bit of a gritty tone to it a little bit, but it still had humor in it. And Spidey was funny and telling jokes in that movie, like with the knife scene. You found my weakness. It's small knives. That was funny. At least it knew it wasn't completely a dark movie. It still had humor in there. This movie doesn't have humor at all. That doesn't work. And Power Rangers is always cheesy and funny, and basically, like I said, a big toy commercial. Because I keep saying that in this video because that's what Power Rangers is. But anyway, so the plot of this movie is that five ordinary teenagers here, that is Jason Scott, Trinity, Becky G, whatever the hell they call her, Zach Taylor, Kimberly Hart, Billy Cranston here, all these five teenagers. The five ordinary teenagers, they're screw ups. They got kids, they got problems, like any teenagers don't, right? But anyway, they become something extraordinary when they learn their small town of Angel Grove and the world is on the verge of being liberated by an alien threat named Rita Repulsa. I'm sorry, named Rita Repulsa here. She wants to get this gold giant monster. Guys, forgive me, I'm not a Power Rangers expert, but this gold monster, yeah. And basically, Rita wants to destroy the world, kill every human on it, take over the world. So they must have had to form up. And Zordon, who was a ranger like 65 million years ago, has to get them to become rangers, and they have to fight and become heroes, and they have to become the Power Rangers. They're chosen by destiny. Our heroes quickly discover they are the only ones who can save the planet, but to do so, they will have to overcome their real life issues, and before it's too late, they must band together as Power Rangers and save the day. They must, you know, they must get ready for morphin time. So that's the plot synopsis. And there are spoilers, so if you haven't seen this movie, there are spoilers in this review. Okay. So if you've seen Power Rangers movie from 2017, Saban's Power Rangers from 2017, do not watch this review. Alright. So there's going to be spoilers in this review if you haven't seen Power Rangers from 2017. So I'm going to go ahead and talk about the movie now. And if you like the movie, that's cool. At first, I thought this one was okay, but now I think about it, I just don't like it. I see this just being a rant because I didn't care for this film. Yeah, I'll stick with it. If I have it down there somewhere, I don't want to go ahead and start searching for it because it'll take me a while. But yeah, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers the movie is a lot better than this from 1995. Yes. How at the end of the video. But the movie opens up in the Mystery area, and basically it starts with the Earth 65 millions of years ago. Pretty much when dinosaurs were around. You have Zordon. Zordon was the Red Ranger. He was the leader of the team. He had his own team. But you have Rita Repulsa. Rita was the Yellow Ranger, which I don't know. I don't think she was a Ranger in the original series. I don't remember her being a Ranger. But here she's the Yellow Ranger, and she tries to kill her team because Rita is obsessed with having more power. So she becomes mad and crazy and evil. As Zordon gets up, he gets these. She betrays them, plans to dominate the universe. He survives the attack and hides. He's got these power coins, hides them in the earth, and pretty much he orders Alpha 5, his robotic system, to perform a meteor strike that he Zordon kills all the dinosaurs on the Earth. So I guess Noah's flood never happened. It did happen, but stupid way to do it. Who cares if Zordon was a Red Ranger? We didn't get that in the original series. It was just some bad CGI, and plus you get the whole I hate reading subtitles, because Bryan Cranston does a good job in this film. He's fine what he has to do when he's blah, 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 talking this thing, the alien language I can't understand. When I had to read, I saw this in theaters too. When you got to read the subtitles, it's so irritating to read. I hate that. It sends Rita to the bottom of the sea, foiling her scheme. And then the film takes place 65 million years later. Town, you have Jason Scott, who you figured Jason Scott in the series played by St. John. He's a good guy. He's just his karate, self defense. There is no bulk and skulk in this the bully characters. I'm like, no, we give this completely forgettable character in the movie. But anyway, so Jason and his friend, they steal a cow. I guess it's the high school cow, whatever. They steal the cow or whatever, try to have it in the locker room, and they get in trouble. It's illegal, but they did. I'm like, and Tommy Boy, it was a lot better when they did cow tip. And here they just steal the cow. The cow runs out. He tries to escape, run off with the truck, and gets into a wreck. And the most crappiest, the editing here was just terrible. But he gets into a wreck. He gets under house arrest. He gets into detention. You have Kimberly, and I don't like knowing Scott as an actress. Yeah, her cheerleading team, they throw her off the squad. And Kimberly just cuts her hair, and I'm like, and just smiles about it. I'm like, really? Kimberly would never do that in the original series. I don't remember everything. Just she was always a sweetheart, you know. And you know, that's the problem with this movie is it's trying to have a light tone, but be I'm confused by the tone. You know, Power Rangers should be cheesy and have a corny tone, but this film doesn't. It has a grittier tone. It just starts off trying to be darker and then be funny and then be darker and be dramatic, all in one in the same movie. Yeah. Intentionally, he meets artistic nerd Billy Cranston. Billy, he becomes a Blue Ranger. Billy, he's artistic, autistic, and he's just messing with these pencils. This Billy picks on him. Jason pushes him, and guess what? He just bitch slaps the guy. I'm like, and the guy's like, you really just slapped me? Like really? Austin said John would have karate chopped your ass probably, or even chop, Jason David Frank. They've got karate. They're not gonna bitch slap you. They're gonna kick, give you a few kicks. That's not how you fight. You don't bitch slap a guy in the face like a girl. I'm like, unless you're freaking Rob Schneider and the hot chick or something. You know, Kimberly is there for cyberbullying. Yeah, Billy offers to take Jason's ankle. We're supposed to buy them becoming friends, but I just don't see that. And again, I like RJ Taller is his name. I liked his character in this movie. He was the only person in the film that I cared about. RG Solar, yeah, as Billy as a Blue Ranger. He was good in this film. I really enjoyed his performance. He was funny when he would go off about things. And yeah, Jason rides his bike over there real quick. Tires out. He gets rid of it. They go to this old gold mine. They leave the floor and they run into Kimberly because Jason sees her, you know, getting her clothes up. Well, not like that, but she's in a bikini, of course. Just going for a night swim. He's like, he can't see her, so he thinks that she's drowning. She's like, hey, I'm right here. Because like, we know each other. You're Kimberly, you're John. They're just talking, and I don't see no chemistry between them at all. It's just flat. And Billy's working on the rocks. Zach is just there every night, just looking around. Then Trini, who's the weird girl, she's there too. Is like, hey, weirdo, how you doing? Yeah, hey, we all see each other. All of a sudden, Becky G or Trini, she's maybe 10 feet above them, where the rock of this hill is at, and all of a sudden the rocks just collapse. She's like, ah. She falls, and surprisingly, these rocks nearly almost fall on them. Especially Trinity, but Trinity somewhat in a CGI way, I guess. I don't know. She just survives it. She's without a scratch. And this is before they become Power Rangers, but they do find those rocks because Zach, the idiot, just does stupid thing, just smashes it, you know. And no, it could have been a bomb. It could have been, you don't know what that could have been. You smashing, you know. They get the power coins. They take one. The security gets there and they run from security, and he gets there. Was jump in. They say, "What about the other? What about Zach?" They said, "Forget him." And Zach is like running maybe on top, on maybe, like I said, he's about a few feet away from them. A good amount of feet away. He's running on top of the hill. Next thing you know, he's on top of the van, looking down the window. Help me get in. I'm like, how did you do that, dude? did you teleport on the van or something? Did the coins also allow the Power Rangers to teleport? I don't know how you did that, but anyway, they're trying to get past the train. They drive next to the train. They're trying to beat the train, but the train hits them flat on like this. Now, in real life, you'd be dead, but no, the car gets hit, falls to the side, and they survive without a scratch. Now, you can say, "Well, this is just a movie," but if you're trying to make it grounded in a realistic tone, which I felt like Dean Israelite, the director, is doing, I'm like, well, that's a stupid way to do it. You just pulled a Fast and Furious move there. But sometimes a Fast and Furious movie, they'll, yeah, and this makes it look like a cartoon by trying to make a grittier tone. Yeah. They wake up on Monday morning, they discover the coins have granted them superhuman abilities. It reminds me of the Amazing Spider-Man when Peter wakes up and he can't control his powers. There's scenes where he knocks these guys out on the train, grabs this woman's shirt, and pulls it off, and you see her brawl, or when he can't brush his teeth, destroys his sink. You know, so Jason destroys his sink too by punching it almost. Kimberly breaks her phone. Billy does something I forget, but I'm like, that was like, guys, got powers. But the kid that bullies him tries to break his arms. Like, I can't do it. He tries to bump head Billy. Billy, I mean, he gets knocked down. And Billy smiles, which I like. Because they're like, Billy, you're cool, man, you're cool. And they're saying, yeah, you knocked out that douchebag. I was like, oh, I can't say that. I thought that was funny. And then Kimberly comes over and this girl's like, nice haircut. But this kind of reminded me of Zoom when they're picking on Kate Mara or any other movie that they rip off here, where the food place go up with the coins and they throw the coins. They decide to go back to the area. And also, by the way, Rita's body gets found. Well, she's awake, so she goes on a rampage. She's trying to raise her goal to lore and find the crystal that will help her check out the earth. Yeah, and again, I didn't like Elizabeth Banks' performance. I don't like the makeup on her. It was crappy looking makeup. It was awful. Yeah, and half the time, she just attacks somebody. They strictly are trying to make this like a horror movie half the time as well with her face. I'm like, you don't do this with Power Rangers. This isn't Power Rangers. But she tried, so some homeless man sees her. She doesn't kill him, just attacks him. I guess she uses him for spoiler alert. She kind of uses for, I think she uses him for bait a little later. Trick the Rangers. Anyway, she uses the bait. I mean, not uses the bait, but she steals this guy. She walks into a place, says, "I want gold," and she's going to touch this lady, puts her thumbs in her mouth, which is weird. I'm like, and she just touches women in the face. I'm thinking Rita's a lesbo in this film. Yeah, but she just wants, "I want gold, gold, gold," and that's what she's doing half the time, all grabby and touchy, and I thought it was a kind of a gay moment when Billy helped him take off the bracelets, helped Jason take off the bracelet because he was under house arrest, and he's like, "Billy, thank you," and hugs Billy, and I'm like, really, you gonna kiss? I thought honestly, I thought Jason was gonna try to make out with Billy in that scene, but anyway, I'm just going ranting on. When they met afterwards, after he helped Billy from that bully, they discovered the HM spaceship. They jump in the water where they first jump across the rocks, which is cool. Billy does the coolest film. Like they're freaking Spider-Man. They climb up the rocks like Web Goldberg. There's freaking Spider-Man. They jump into the water. This reminds me of 127 Hours with James Franco. Better movie here. Better movie though, by the way. That I think came out in 2010. But they jump up there. They get into this water. They see the water. I don't say I've seen better special effects. Alpha looks okay in his CGI form, but he looks better in the show. Bill Hader does fine, and you know, and they meet Zordon. He's speaking, the gibberish alien language. But eventually he starts speaking English. Tells them that you're Power Rangers. That it shows you like teenagers, really teenagers. Yeah. And they inform them about the teenagers about the Rangers' history. That Zordon was a Ranger 65 billion years ago. He was the Red Ranger. The Red Ranger is the leader of the group, but that his team fell because Rita betrayed them and tried to kill them. She was the original Yellow Ranger, and they had to defeat her. So Zordon had to destroy her and protect the red coins, and send it for. He kept it into place in this rock under here for 65 billion years, so that if evil rises again, that is Rita, that the power coins will choose the people to become the next Rangers. Yeah, and that Rita's going to get her full power. She'll find if she finds Crystal, she's going to use it to destroy life on Earth. Zordon pleads with Jason to convince the team to help. He's like, Jason, you're the leader, you're the red team member. I mean, you're the Red Ranger, you're the leader. Yeah. Then they spend the next week training against these giant CGI rocks. Again, it reminds me of the rocks you've seen in the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie, which is done practically. And yeah, the film can have some dated effects, but it's better than this. And here it's awful. They're fighting. There's also a scene where Kimberly and them are, and Becky G, Tree, whatever the hell her name is, they're fighting over food with the forklifts. It reminded me of Kung Fu Panda a little bit, where Master Shifu was teaching Bo how to use karate by using food. Yeah, that was better done in Kung Fu Panda, by the way. And here, it's just done so badly. It's laughable. They can throw stuff at each other. Wow. Throw papers really fast. Okay, cool. But they fight, but they get better. I don't buy any of them as a badass, except Billy. Then Alpha reveals to them the Zords. And idiot Zack, stupid ass, Zack takes it out for a joyride. And literally, it's like, oh, it goes over a hill. And it goes on and says his car. It's nuns in it. And they're singing a song like, oh, glory, glory, hallelujah. They're singing in the car, whatever. And Jason's like, you idiot, you did that. And they start punching each other. And Billy stops him. Billy morphs into his Blue Ranger form. Yeah, however, he becomes conscious of it. The armor disappears. Zordon dismisses the group, telling them to leave. Jason returns to the ship to confront Zordon. And it says, Zordon, it's like they're not ready. They don't know what they're doing. And Jason's like, you need to. Darn, whatever his name is, that who plays Jason. Again, I didn't care what he had to say. I don't buy him as a leader. You just don't have the charisma that Austin St. John does. Or the late Jason David Frank. Those I buy as leader of the Rangers. Because he was also not just the Green Ranger, but the White Ranger. No, he was original evil in the series, but turned good. But again, those are more believable badasses than this guy playing Jason Scott. But once he discovers that once the Rangers morph, because they're trying to morph, they have to step onto the grid and it'll get to the morph. They do it a few times, it doesn't work, and then Jordan says, "Back to the grid, the pit, the train." Yeah, Zordon wants to reform to himself to a physical body so he can become Power Ranger to take on Rita. The team camp at the mine. Yeah. And they can't morph because they'll have to get to know each other. This is where we get the dramatic bullshit of things like Kimberly. I don't like Kimberly in this. I don't like No Sky. Like I said, I call her character a bitch because she does cyberbullying. I'm like, really? That's a terrible thing to do. Oh, because you did one terrible thing. No. I feel sorry for her. She's a ranger. Kimberly didn't do this in the original series. She wouldn't do something really mean or nasty to somebody. Yeah. And Jason is a high school douchebag. Yeah. Zack doesn't go to school and is a dumbass, and Trinity comes off as a sarcastic, annoying bitch. Yeah, and we find out she's a gay ranger too because boyfriend troubles, girlfriend troubles. So yeah, gay ranger. And by the way, when she tells her parents, "Oh, me and my kid, me and these four kids was hanging out with, we found this hole, whatever, in the cave, and we're gonna become superheroes." And her mom gives her a bottle like a doctor would give to you and say, "Pee in this bottle." I'm like, And I didn't care about this dramatic stuff of them going on, them getting to know each other. That's the problem. These kids don't have any chemistry at all. Billy is the only likable one. I like what Billy says. I mean, Billy Cranston, you know, they call me Billy Cranston, Cranston on my butt, Cranston on my, you know, ridiculous line. But Billy is funny. He's the only likable character in here. I don't see any chemistry between any of the characters in the show. I mean, movie. In the show, they had chemistry. In the shows, in the TV show, it was like you knew that they were best friends and they had chemistry. And I like the lighter tone. Power Rangers, I'm sorry, folks, need to have a lighter tone. That works for Power Rangers. With Superman, it would take guts to change it a little bit. I didn't mind it, Man Still to change. I didn't mind it because they weren't trying to be Richard Donner. That's okay. Spider-Man, you can change the tone a little bit, and I'm okay with it. It can work. I think even God, sorry, fucking phone. Yeah, it pisses me off. Yeah, I think even Spider-Man in the comics saves a drug addict, so Spider-Man can even get dark at times. I'm sure in the comics. Yeah, yeah. But then after that, Rita repulsor, she visits um, Trinity in her room or whatever. Like I said, she's just over her. I'm like, oh, the yellow red ranger, I could kill you right now, but I'll make a deal with you. You know, she should have bring the Rangers to the docks, and instead of going to Zordon about it, instead of trying to avoid doing that, Jason's like, oh, we all go. They try to all go. She tricks them, and she kicks their ass and ties them up. It's like, but what do you know? Where the crystals? Blue Ranger, blue, and he knows, and Billy dies. Mm. They take Billy's body to the ship. The Rangers have Zordon to resurrect him. Zordon says he's able to do so, but that's bullshit because Zordon tries to go back and morph himself in his body. He can return to himself, but he revives Billy, even though he's like told him, "Oh, I can't revive him. Sorry." Wow, Zordon is kind of a douchebag. So, like, he does not want these kids or anybody to be Rangers but him. I mean, it's not Bryan Cranston's fault. It's just the bad writing. And I guess now, since they're become good friends, even though they have zero chemistry, and I don't buy it, they morph into their armor, and that's with the trailers where you got them. And again, I don't like these suits too much. And half the time we can't see it, but sometimes in the trailer, if you look at any photos of the movie, their faces are up, like the RoboCop remake for Joe. Can I get a Boba Kinnaman? Yeah, their faces up. Like what? The Mighty Morphin Power Ranger suits look much better than this. Those are Power Rangers. These are not. These suits just look awful. I'm not even a fan of the suits. The masks look cool, but we don't see them very much, but like 15, 10 seconds because they have to open up the mask. Yeah, yeah. The rules of being a ranger is not to show your identity. What's the whole point of showing your freaking face? Mm. You're supposed to keep your mask on. Mm. That's what the rangers do. I'm sure in the TV shows the helmet didn't go up. No, it stayed on. That was Power Rangers. But anyway, Rita raises her army. The Power Rangers they go fight them. Billy does some decent moves, but it was slow motion. It reminded me of a Zack Snyder movie of them fighting. And they say, "Look, it's too late. She got her Goldar, so they have to get those Zords." They destroy their putties or whatever. Gordo pushes the Rangers. They're supposed to a fiery pit. At first, they're shooting at it, and can't believe they're able to knock her out or whatever. After using her swords, yeah. But she gets back up, goes in there to fight. She's able to push them into a fiery pit. They got Krispy Kreme donuts. Jason saved his father. He was like, "Come on, Sam," and I'm like, "Come on, Sam," and I'm like, and somewhat his dad cannot tell that his son's a Red Ranger because number one, he said his name. How would somebody in a mask who you don't know is under the mask, knows your name. They obviously know you. I mean, and I'm sure he would recognize his own son's voice. Yeah, and when you look at them through I guess it's, the Zords cover their faces or whatever, but they got their mask out, all faces shown, and if people can see them, you know, they know what they look like. But they push them into the fire pit. They get the Megazord. The Avengers battle and destroy Goldar. Rita's like, he's like, Rita, they defeat the Goldar. They defeat her and say, we beat you. We won. Now you come with us and be judged by Zordon. I don't think so. There'll be others that will come for you. You will not make it as a team. They're more will come for the crystal. She tries. She's like never, and she leaps to the Megazord, and she's basically he bitch slaps her into space because that's what this Jason Scott does. He doesn't know karate. He just knows how to bitch slap really well. I'm like, okay. Then the Rangers are praised as heroes. You have people take pictures. One of the people were cameos by Amy Jo Johnson and Jason David Frank, who were Jason David Frank was Tommy Oliver, the original Green Ranger, and White Ranger, I think, and Kimberly, and Amy Jo Johnson was Kimberly Hart in the original version. She was the Pink Ranger. Yeah. They're praised as heroes. They keep the new powers, and yeah, they say back at they become heroes and stuff, and that they're going to continue to be heroes and stuff. And the movie ends. Is there? Then we get a post-credit scene with the teacher announcing that attention, and attention. Tom Oliver will be joining them, and of course that never happens. Power trying to hint for a next movie, which never happened, and the movie ended there. Now let me get into why I think this movie sucks. Well, phone, please, just don't piss me off. Already doing that enough. Anyway, what I don't like about this movie is the tone, the story, and the tone. The film is just boring, in my opinion. It doesn't feel like Power Rangers. It's just very boring to watch, and I'm not getting it. The tone of the film, trying to make a darker tone. The problem is the director, uh, Dean Israelite. You're trying to make this movie like Project Automat. You're trying to be grittier in tone. They're going in the wrong direction completely with Power Rangers. That's why this film flopped. The direction and the writing is bad. You know, I don't care for the cast at all. The only character I liked in the movie was Billy Cranston. In the film, I liked, R.J. Seiler. I didn't care for the story, what was going on. It just didn't feel like a Power Rangers movie. It was just too dark and gritty. Now, again, for me, it worked in Man of Steel and the Amazing Spider-Man, but in this movie, it doesn't work. Trying to make Power Rangers dark does not work. Power Rangers is meant for kids. It is aimed for that kind of audience. It's the cheesy, campy, version. Campy. That is Power Rangers. Trying to change it, make it no, doesn't work. Trying to make Power Rangers dark doesn't work. Nostalgia has never felt so more phenomenal. No, this film is trying to play nostalgia and it does horribly wrong. Because you're trying to do nostalgia, but you're doing it the completely wrong way. We don't need to do nostalgia. You can do a new Power Rangers type movie. You didn't need to name the characters after the originals in the show. And that's why this film flopped. It underperformed at the box office. That's why we didn't get no sequels. Why didn't we get no sequels? Because it flopped. I would call it a flop, yes. It didn't make any money at all. Underperformed to me still means it flopped. Didn't make enough money, you know, for one, making one Ranger, the Yellow Ranger, woke, making her gay. I'm sorry, I hate to use that word woke. To me, the word woke, it just means that you have an agenda. You're trying to throw crap into my face about people being gay in real life. People can be gay in real life, but don't throw your woke agendas, your agenda of woke. You're trying to, you know, say that a woman can be gay, a woman can be this and that. Don't throw that crap in there. That's what the Star Wars movies did with the sequel trilogy with Daisy Ridley and Felicity Jones and Naomi Scott, whatever, who actresses can act. These British actresses, they can't act. They're terrible. Yeah, I didn't care for the girl that played Trinity. Yeah, didn't care for Zach character. He was a douchebag. Jason Scott. I don't know why Darcy, whatever his fucking name is, Darcy Montgomery. I don't know why he got praised for performance for what. He was terrible. He was bland. He was forgettable. Yeah, Austin St. John to me is the only Red Ranger. He is the Red Ranger, the true Red Ranger here. And Jason Scott. You are not. But and I didn't care for Elizabeth Banks. I thought she was terrible. I thought the makeup was awful. Oh, there's a scene where Zordon's trying to get the scene with she'll do when she's getting close to the face, and I'm like, now you're trying to make Power Rangers feel like a horror movie too, and you're trying to be funny at times, and you're trying to be dark and dramatic, serious, and I'm like, pretty. The tone is all over the place in this movie. That's the problem I have with this movie. It doesn't feel like Power Rangers. Yeah, okay, it is cool to hear go Power Rangers, but we hear that for like maybe 5 seconds in the movie or quick 10 seconds. Go Power Rangers, go Power Rangers, I'm off and Power Rangers. I love that song, and they just throw it in here for nostalgia. I think, in my opinion. Yeah, but the writing is bad. The cinematography, I hate the way the film looks. It's just too dark and gritty. The film is dark half the time. Yeah, well, sometimes it flashes like this in your face. The music by Brian Tyler is completely forgettable. Doesn't feel like Power Rangers at all. Yeah. And the running time of the film is too long. 2 hours and 4 minutes. Power Rangers does not need to be 2 hours, over 2 hours long. We don't need an origin story. I don't need to know that they're screwed up kids, they're dramatic, stupid, whiny, annoying teenagers. They were not like that in the original. They were nice teenagers. They were good kids. They were good friends. They were good people. Came up to me. They were good friends. They were good folks. They were good people that earned the right to be Power Rangers. Zordon didn't need to train them. He knew they were good, and he said it's time for you to morph. And he just made them the Rangers already. We didn't need the origin story. You didn't need that. All you need is them to become the Ranger, them to stop Rita, and then to keep on defeating her in each season, in each episode of season one, and then season three, deal with other villains, and they fight the villains, and that's it. With some cheesy one-liners and made it campy with the Zordons, made it feel like a big TV commercial. That's what Power Rangers should be. You know. And like I said, it's boring. It's awful. Now, what did I like about the movie? I did like the song that they had never heard, my more Power Rangers song. That was nice to hear for 10 seconds. And I like the actor who played Billy here, the black guy here. He was really good. I really enjoyed his performance. He was funny. Listen, I can't say the word douchebag, but when he goes off about things, he's funny. You know, yeah. In a way, Billy, I don't understand this movie. I'm just kidding. I understand it. It's just that the tone, it's not right. Done right, in my opinion. And that's why I think this film flops, because it's just not a Power Rangers movie. And I remember when I saw this in theaters, it wasn't a big audience at the time. And yeah, honestly, we were gonna Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 came out, and that had a lighter tone. And guess what? That new movie nearly made me cry. I'll get to that when I get to the future Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. But I'm talking about, with the ending, with Yondu, Michael Rooker, his character in that movie, with the ending, what happened to him. I'll get to that. At least I cared. And in Guardians 2, I care about the characters. You care about the characters in Guardians of the Galaxy. Yeah, that film does start off serious, but it does have a good tone. It is meant to be funny. It can be serious, but it knows the tone. It's not over the place. It's very consistent with its tone. It balances the tone of being funny and being ridiculous and over the top very well. Because, yeah, you have a talking tree. Yeah, a giant talking tree and and a talking raccoon. So the film knows what it is, and Guardians of the Galaxy worked. You could say there were a lot of ridiculous things in comic book movies, but a lot of it works. And a lot of comic book movies do have origin stories, yes. But those superhero movies work. Superman the movie is long, but the thing is though, it knows its tone. It does have a lighter tone, and I am invested in the character of Superman, of Christopher Reeve Clark Kent. I'm invested in where the story is going to go. Yeah, I'm not invested in these characters because they're bland, forgettable. It should have just been Billy Cranston, his movie. If it was just RCG Rowling as a superhero, I could see him probably as Blue Beetle. I think that'd be really cool. Yeah. Or get the DC character's name. It was something. Can't think anything about it, but I could see him as a superhero in DC universe doing his own movie. He would do great at that, I think. He was the only person that was good in this movie. Elizabeth Banks was just annoying, just touching people in weird ways, and you know, Power Rangers, I don't know, just shining her teeth and just over the top performance. Yeah, and I'm sorry, she was just too over the top and silly for me, and I didn't care for her performance. Yeah, and the makeup on her was just awful. And you're trying to make this into a dark, scary film, and I'm like, you just don't do that with Power Rangers. That's why this one flops. Again, see if I can find it. So sorry. Find this movie under here. Ugh, there it is. All right, to get to my point, uh, you see Lucky Charms got here, huh? This to me is the best money. Is the real Power Rangers movie. Screw the 2017 films. Stick with this movie. Yeah, you lose, you lose. And guess what? Mighty Morphin, this same Power Rangers movies, you oozed and you losed. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Even when they say in the movie it's Morphin Time, it's not really exciting or energetic. Well, at least in this movie, when they morph, it's exciting to watch. It's cool when they say it. Yeah, at least the film has a story. It's cheesy and stuff. It's Queen. Yeah, okay, this movie's not a masterpiece. Hated effects, but still, this to me is what the Power Rangers is. This is their cool costumes. I love this artwork right here. I love the poster of this movie. You know, this is the best Power Rangers movie in my opinion. It's going to turn 30 this year, which is awesome. It's an entertaining movie. This is the real Power Rangers you should see for your kids. Don't see the Power Rangers 2017 film just because of the tone and how boring it is. This will entertain your kids though. Yeah, this film is only 95 minutes long, so it goes by at a good pace too. The pacing for this film is slow and trying to be dramatic. Power Rangers is not to be a drama. Making Power Rangers to a drama does not work. No. When it comes to making a movie with teenagers, you need to make it a little fun and cheesy and corny. It's got to work that way. Power Rangers, especially. And that's why I think this film flopped and this film sucks. So, for my rating for this film, yeah, I'm going to Mighty Morphin give it a thumbs down. And my rating for this film is 1 out of 5 stars. But I do like Billy, or CG. RJ Seller was the best thing about this film, in my opinion. Just saying, he was the best actor in the movie. And I didn't mind Bryan Cranston when he's not speaking the gibberish alien language, and I didn't mind Bill Hader as a Alpha. Didn't mind him, and I didn't mind Bryan Cranston as a movie. He tries. He's a great actor, and he can pull off any role. He's a good actor, one of my favorites ever in Hollywood. Uh, but if you want to see him do something better superhero related, he was an episode of The Flash on top for the '90s show. That episode having to do with a baby, and that was a lot more better to watch than this. Yeah, the Flash '90s show was better than this. That's more entertaining to watch than this. The Power Rangers 2017 film is just a flop in my opinion. Terrible movie. So again, my rating for the film is a thumbs down, and my rating for the film once again is 1 out of 5 stars and a thumbs down. So tell me what you think of the Power Rangers 2017 film in your opinion. Do you like it or do you hate it? And like me, do you say that the original series is better? And also, do you think that this movie is better than this in your opinion? Do you prefer this? In my opinion, this is the real Power Rangers. Stick with this. This is the real Rangers right here. Ivan News is a better villain than Rita Repulsa, and at least I think the makeup looks a lot better than him on him. Yeah, Paul Freeman does a great job playing the villain, play Ivan News. Yeah, he's even better than Apocalypse X-Men Apocalypse. But yeah, but that's a fun movie. This is not. So again, thumbs down for this movie. Tell me in the comments down what do you think about this film in your opinion. Do you like it? Do you hate it? And if you like it, to each his own. Please tell me why. And yeah, my rating for the film gets is 1 out of 5 stars. And stay tuned next guys because the next review is gonna be on TV. I'll be off work tomorrow, so I should be able to do a review tomorrow. I am done with the video guys. I'm just trying to show you the next review. Come on, new tab. I don't know what is with this phone. Hopefully the last part's not the top here is not falling out. But anyway. What was that again? Power Rangers. I mean not Power Rangers. That will be the 2017 superhero film DC animated film. That is the 29th film of the DC Universe animated version of movies, and the ninth film of the DC animated movie universe. And the sequel to Justice League vs. Teen Titans. That will be Teen Titans: The Judas Contract. Yeah, this will be next. The next 2017 review will be this. So the next review will be Teen Titans: The Judas Contract, folks. Yep, and this because this came out in April. So yeah. And then hopefully tomorrow maybe Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Then after that, when I go back to watching my DVDs, I'm gonna watch the movie on video. Teen Titans Contract because I don't have it on physical media. I don't have it on DVD. But I do have this movie. And then after that will be Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. This will be the next one. So stay. Oh, one more. Oh yeah. So stay tuned for some next reviews, guys, and I hope you got my review of Power Rangers. It's more for time. So see you later. Which is done better than this movie. And I did review this movie on my other channel if you want to check it. It is on my reviews, superhero reviews playlist, so definitely check it out if you want to. And thanks for watching, guys. Like, comment, and subscribe. And it's more for time. I can't do it right like this. I suck at that. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Oh, I hope you had a good St. Patrick's Day. Hope you felt lucky today. Oh, yes, it's gonna be lucky charms. Okay, I just had to do it just to be. I'm an idiot. I'm just kidding. I'm just trying to be funny. Thanks so guys for watching. Bye bye. Bye.